cracking down on that. We've seen a lot of it.
Right on three. Right on three.
First strike of the match coming from Wes Mena, seeing if he can live up to his nickname and drop the boom.
1.
Listen to the crowd.
He starched him!
Dropped him in the desert! That's it, it's
5,
over! Come on!
6!
Don't bother!
7!
Oh, that is it. What a statement strike from the former college football player, Wes Mena.
And I tell you what, there's kids out of the seat jumping and just, they are loving this.
That's all we do is make winners in red corner.
I'm telling you, Wes Mena is a very serious man.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
Look at the face on Jenkins. He knew what he was in for. Wes Mena hits the button, turns him out like a light, hits the canvas, and didn't get back up. What a shot.
Devin Jenkins has now been knocked out in 2 consecutive fights. Wes Mena now has a knockout in 2 consecutive fights.
And it was a clean shot as well. If you see the feet hardly moved at all. The heel didn't come off the ground. Hand placement was nice. And the power was ridiculous.
Wes Mena, as I mentioned, the former Division II college football player at Virginia Union, where he was a defensive tackle, getting people out of their seats here in Riyadh. Here's a look at your props to watch, brought to you by Circus Sports.
In round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, Wes the Boom Mena!
Improving to 3-0 in power slap. Wes Mena told us he was going to get it done, and that's exactly what.
What's your hand? What's your count?
Right on 1.
All right, right on 1. That's your
right
measure.
on 1. I never like it. I say it all the time. Now, last time Merlis got it done in 1, though. Sorry, Godfrey.
Slapped the top right out of his ear and drops him.
Wow.
3, 4,
spiked his head.
5.
He's fine.
That's
right?
it.
That's
fine.
it. Godfrey sends him on a magic carpet ride here in Saudi Arabia, my friend.
Go.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Knock him out. Told you knock him out.
Darren Godfrey has got God-given power. It is insane. 2 first-round knockouts in a row.
Now you know who you're gonna call out.
Merlis is a big old boy. Thick neck, very strong. Always in the gym. I saw him in the gym this morning. So not an easy man to knock out.
Spun the body and spun the head. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
But if your name is Darren Godfrey and you got the hand of God, then you're going to sleep. Really nice placement with the feet again. These guys are learning. We're not seeing as many fouls. Big shot, and look at this. Merlis tries to get up, headbutts the floor. That's not going to help the concussion.
What a beautiful slap. Just poetry in motion from Darren Godfrey.
And he knows as well. Look at the look on Godfrey's face. He's like, yeah, you ain't getting up, buddy, because you feel it. I know you've never slapped or punched anyone in your life, Dad, but when you connect with a good one, you feel it.
You know what they say about people who assume, as we send it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by knockout, Darren the Tarantula Godfrey.
Win number 4, knockout number 3 for the man from Bristol, England, the Tarantula, Darren Godfrey, getting it done once again. Deceptive power in the hands of this young man. Looking good for the 2nd fight in a row with a first-round knockout.
Yeah, I mean, he said he wants that belt. He's coming for it, and I tell you what.
Handing count.
Because remember, Bradley
Right on
Rhodes
1
has
with the
been
measure.
wobbled in every single round. And there we see it. 10-8 on
Don't
both
move.
sides.
That's your measure.
Kanekoa's got big power. Kanekoa's going to
got
go
him again.
home a
2.
winner.
That's it.
3.
I don't think he's getting up from this one. It
Nah.
is over.
He's
Chris
done.
Tyone calls it. And I'll tell you what, you called him a psychopath, Kaylee Kanekoa. We said he should wear shoes. We said he was doing everything wrong, and he called us two absolute morons. Good for him.
Hey, listen, he proved us wrong, and I'm glad that he did. The crowd loved it. We loved it. Kanekoa right now celebrating.
Good for him. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
It's just a build-up of damage over 3 rounds. Round 1, dropped him bad. Round 2, he just about made it out. Round 3, headbutts the table, hits the canvas. The referee takes one look and like, nah, this is over. On your bike.
Both of these guys were swinging for the absolute fences, but every single shot Kanekoa landed was like a stick of dynamite.
Oh, no, it really was. And you could hear it echo around the arena.
Kaylee Kanekoa has really found something. You know, he came into this one with a power slap record of 1-2. One of those losses, a DQ loss, but he looked like he's found a technique that really works for him. Dana White up on the stage. You know, when these fights go like this one, nobody appreciates it more than Dana White. The heart of Brandon Rhodes to get up and to keep going.
Yeah, because you got to remember, in round 1, he was dropped hard, he was fouled. He could have walked away there. He could have played it up to the doctor and said, I don't feel good. Would have went home a winner. Stayed in the match, dropped Kanekoa. They went back and forth the whole time. Dana up there paying his respect. And let me tell you, when you're a competitor, whether it's in Power Slap or the UFC, and Dana gives you that, you appreciate that so much.
All right, let's send it to Justin Bernard to make this one official.
Hey, that second round recovery, ridiculous, bro. It was amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kistayoni calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by knockout, Keali, the Chief Kanekoa.
Hawaii, baby, red corner all day.
So Keali Kanekoa already taking a lot of punishment.
Right on 2, you must measure.
Young going on 2.
Right on 2 again. Big hands.
Oh, he got him.
Fair blow.
He got him.
Oh.
3,
The smile's
4,
gone now.
5,
He's like,
6.
What day is it?
7.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to survive
Hey.
this
No.
one.
It's done. It's done.
That's it. Kofol's
It's
and Young
over.
getting it done here in Saudi Arabia.
You know, the family back home is very happy. They're all smiling and cheering. Cal's gonna be happy. Spurs and Furs taxidermy in the house.
We didn't even mention that. That's his
Yeah.
day job.
That's
That's
what-
taxidermist.
That's what he does.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
You know what else he does? Puts people down. That's exactly what he did here. First shot was just a warm-up, but the second one, that's all that was required. Almost again, almost a headbutt on the table, but he went down. Alavi, to be fair, he was wriggling, writhing all over the place, trying to find his senses, trying to get back to his feet. But look at that, look at the wind-up and how far he goes back. Oh, a little bit of a step there.
I think it was kind of after the fact, though.
It was, he lost his balance. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't believe that was an egregious step that helped the slap at all. His second career knockout, his first since his debut against Jay Rivera in March of 2023, and it was pretty.
Yeah, you see the intent on the face of Cole Young. Just recovering from a liver transplant, as we said. The man's been through a lot, harnessing those emotions.
3,
Taking it out on Alavi's face.
As pretty as it gets. Time now for the official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now and enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jacob Montalvo calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Cole Young.
Bro, make it count.
We'll see how well Cody Young's shin is going to hold up in this last strike of the fight.
9-9.
So this is big, though. The last chance. There it is. Sits him down. Once again. I don't think he's getting up.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make the count.
He's frozen. He's up.
No, that's
Face down. Arse up. That is it.
It's over.
Wow.
Logan Greenhalgh dropping the grenade. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Let's take another look.
Take a look at this strike. Logan Greenhalgh knew that he had Cody Young hurt on the second round. You see this strike right here. He got every piece of it right here. Cody Young was trying everything he could to kind of shake the cobwebs, get back to his feet, but it was just too much power for him to handle. Could not make the counter, and then when he tried to get up, Mike, he just face planted right down.
Yeah, what a back and forth war we just had, but the final shot is the one that gets it done. And it was the second time that Cody Young hit the canvas. Of course, round two, worked his way back up. But this time, it was done. It was over. He tried to get up, and then he head-butted the canvas. And that was all she wrote. What a matchup, though. Let's take another look here. Boom. Straight through. Sits him down. And it's over.
Little full speed action there, and Logan knew the minute that landed that this was over.
Yeah, you do know. You feel the impact. You get the feedback on your hand, whether you're throwing a slap or throwing a punch. You know when you land a good one. Logan knew it, and then he watched him hit the canvas. He's like, yeah, that's a wrap, baby. It's over.
Knockout right there. Logan looking good at the new weight class, by the way.
That makes my neck hurt, just watching that.
That is not a good feeling. Here is Justin Bernard to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by TKO, Logan the Tank Greenhalgh.
All right, right on one. Butcher looking to carve him up here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, if we were scoring on damage, Quinones takes that round. Oh!
No!
Sits the champ down. Hold on, he's up. He's done. It's good. That's it!
That's it! The Butcher does it! We have a new middleweight champion of the world!
Unbelievable. Gets his nose broken in the very first round, and then one shot is all it takes. Sits him down. Quinones gets back to the feet, but just wasn't enough.
Brandon Bordeaux had tears coming out, tears of joy. He was so elated.
I saw him yesterday at the weigh-ins. I said, you look in phenomenal shape. He said, yeah, I'm telling you, Mike, one and done. And he was right.
He lived up to his promise. I would not have guessed. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast, and the Butcher did just that.
Straight through. I mean, that's as good as a slap as you're ever gonna see. Quinones just hits the canvas, and you can see the look in his eyes. He doesn't know where he is. Look at the eyes rolling back there. You can just about see it. If you see the wide shot, you can just see he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, this is a good angle.
Ooh.
Crunched, mushed.
I know.
Torpedoed.
Quinones down and not quite out, but he might as well be.
So here's the thing. This is what I'm going to ask you, Biscuit. If Wolverine had been in his corner and said, don't get up, don't get up, don't get up, and he takes a knee and waits 10 seconds or 8 seconds,
yeah,
does he survive that?
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? However, he definitely, it's crazy. He did the exact same thing that Bordeaux did in the first match. He rushed to his feet too quickly,
right?
Stumbled and lost the bout. And then in the rematch, Exact same thing on the other side.
Incredible. Incredible for Brandon Bordeaux. Now the official decision brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1. Declaring the winner by TKO and new Power Slap middleweight champion of the world, Brandon the Butcher Bordeaux.
All right, guys. Grab the ball.
Our first fight of the night. Fun fact for you, 13.6% of Power Slap matches were victories by the coin toss winner in
Right hand on
the
one,
first
you must
round.
measure. Right hand on one.
All right, the measure here for Tyler Gross. His first match.
Oh, look at that.
Big shot!
One and done. What a way to start the
goodness.
night.
4.
The
Like
Irish.
a
5.
gunshot.
Oh my
6.
word. The Irishman goes down. He ain't getting back up.
8.
Save your breath, ref. This one is over.
Tyler Gross getting it done with the quickness. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
I mean, that was a beautiful shot. What a way to start the night. Let's take another look at this here. Obviously, he measures and then follows through. Look at that. Now, I was talking before about the size advantage. Sean Kilmartin had a drastic weight cut. When you cut weight, it affects your ability to take a shot. Almost headbutts the table, falls down. The referee gives him a count, but it was pointless. It was not needed. He was done. It was over. Tyler Gross with the knockout.
Tyler Gross taking just the second plane trip of his life to here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and he's probably anxious to get back after the way things ended here tonight. What a shot from the 25-year-old from Lebanon, Virginia.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, Dan, this is the first time that he's left the country. But what a reason to do it, and what a place to come to, Saudi Arabia. Sean Kilmartin, still struggling, by the way. They just had to lift him up and put him on the seat, on the chair. Tyler Gross clearly packing some power. Still looks locked in, focused, angry. What a shot.
Time now for the official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now and enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jacob Montalvo calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by knockout, Tyler the Northman Rhodes.
You must measure.
Yeah, he's still
That's
a
your
little
measure.
dazed and confused. So he's going to go right on 3. That's a good
1,
measure. He's pulling it back.
Simonds with the answer!
3,
Oh, he is
4,
not going to get up. His face planted.
6. Done.
Nah, that's it.
That's it! That's it! What a comeback by Luke Simonds!
No, you're not good.
Luke Simonds with a massive rebound.
Sit.
It looked like he was done. I'm telling you, I was not confident going into round 2.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Good.
So round 1, Simonds takes a vicious blow, but in the second round comes back, and that was all he needed. Blakesslee hits the canvas, tries to get back up, but he was just all over the place. Beautiful shot, perfect placement, sits him down, and no arguments from Blakesslee either. No protesting, he was done.
We rarely see a guy come back after taking a shot like that on the very next strike and delivering a knockout blow. That was impressive.
That's a great angle.
So keep in mind now, Luke Simonds, as we look at the crowd's
Look at the crowd.
reaction.
They
here
love
in
it.
Riyadh.
I tell you what, they are pumped up here tonight. Atmosphere in here tonight, amazing.
Great crowd, and now for our official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com. Here's Justin
Ladies
Bernard.
and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Luke Lethal Strike Simonds.
He's hoping to bounce Rowzee off the ground here.
He is. He just might.
1, fight down. 2, match.
Catch him! Catch him, David!
Forrest, hold him up!
I tell you what. That's it.
Makini Manu does it again!
And the catchers had to earn their money tonight.
Goodness. 390 pounds. It took all 3 of them to catch Rowzee in that strike. Makini Manu closes the show on his final strike.
There's a reason we have an extra catcher for the super heavyweights, even when we have a Hall of Famer like Forrest in there.
Yeah, and even then they still struggled. Excellent shot by Makini Manu. Closes the door on the competition in the 3rd and final strike. Sits him down. Rowzee tried to get back up. As I said, the catchers, they earned their money.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Here it is again.
Perfect placement, right on the jaw. Spits out a bit of blood by the looks of it.
Oh, just misses the table.
Now look at them all.
You can see-
So I've got him. So I need help. I need help.
You can one-arm it with a smaller weight class,
Yeah.
but not with a 390-pound man. And you see him face plant going forward right there. I think they knew that was the end of it.
Oh, here it is, the stanky leg.
Just buckled him. And you got to think, obviously Manu's got a tremendous amount of power, but he was able to do that, Mike, with his weak side hand.
I feel bad. I shouldn't be so entertained by what I just saw. That was a tremendous slap by Makini Manu. Hard lines to Stephen Rowzee. But a fun matchup nonetheless.
And the Crazy Alliance corner is on fire tonight.
Let's make it official with Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by TKO, Makini Big Mac Manu.
Let's go. Number one.
Makini Manu getting the win, improving to 3-0. I think Kanekoa has earned both of his wins by knockout. As we take a look at your scorecard, you gave Dre in the first round.
Measure, right on 1.
Okay, right hand on 1. Right hand on 1. You must measure. There's your measure.
Right hand on 1. I never liked this. Oh, that's it!
Oh, the Chief slams a home run!
Oh, shut up, Bisping. Put him to sleep. He's trying to get up, but that is it. It's done. Dig that man a grave.
Kanekoa dropping the hammer on Wesley Dre.
They love this. Yeah, I was just saying, I don't like it when they go on 1. But Kanekoa, he's got great knockout power. And he knows what he's doing. And once again, with no shoes on.
You don't like the shoes, you don't like going on 1, but it paid dividends tonight. Our Monster Knockout brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast, and that's what Kanekoa did.
I like this, though. Poor old Wesley Drain.
Night, night.
Good night indeed. That was it. Beautiful slap. Perfect placement. Didn't move the feet one tiny little bit. And look at the control of his body as well. He's just in complete control of all his faculties.
That
And
was
in control of the consciousness of Wesley Drain as well. Turned him off like a light.
That was absolutely beautiful from Kanekoa. A perfect slap and a perfect way to start our night here at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was. Ha! Daniel's getting out of his seat.
That'll bring you out of your seat, man. Get a knockout like that to start things off.
I tell you what, the energy in here, the atmosphere, it's unbelievable. Absolutely packed house. Everyone's dressed up to the nines.
It was still filling up at the beginning of this, and I'm looking around now, and we are almost totally full. I can't tell you it's a sellout. as we send it to Justin Bernard to make this official in our first match of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Kathey, the Chief Kanekoa.
Go, baby!
Just that kind of
Kanekoa improving to. Here comes KO Chris on 2.
He's got to get it together.
Oh, Chris is back!
That is what he is known for. There's no point counting, ref. Oh no, he's trying. That is it. KO Chris returns after a year, victorious, and gives us another signature knockout.
Look at that emotion. KO Chris has been dreaming of this moment in North Dakota for 8 months, weathering those brutal winters, working at a church.
And you got to think, if you're Chris Thomas, you're knocking everybody out, then the last 2 matches don't go your way. Your first match in your comeback fight, you catch him, you club him, you get a point deducted. You're thinking, is it all going wrong? But as we know, with KO Chris, it only takes 1 shot. Let's take a look at it.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
I mean, that was perfect. On the button. Chris Debow is unconscious right there. And the hair just accentuates it in slow motion.
It was beautiful. This is poetry in motion from KO Chris.
Oh. Catches the head, that's nice. So he didn't slam it on the ground, but yeah, he's gone.
Did on the table instantaneously.
Ow. Boom. Ah, Chris Thomas. That's got to feel good. You know, this man was, as we said, knocking everybody out. This is what he was used to, what he was accustomed to. It's what you expect. And then all of a sudden, everything starts going wrong. So this right now for KO Chris, this is like relief. I've still got it. I'm still a contender. I can still do this.
Look at it on his face.
Yeah.
It says everything.
As I say, the doubt starts to creep in as a competitor. Can I still do this? Did I have my time in the sun? Well, no. As I say, he's still very, very relevant.
KO Chris has been resurrected. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, KO Christopher Thomas.
7 fights, he's never been to a judge's scorecard, so it's a fair narrative.
Wolverine got him! The champ lives again!
And he's giving him the finger from the dark side. He's unconscious.
Step back, let the doc get to him.
Wolverine with the Riyadh Rattler to maintain the
That's
belt.
the way you end
He's
it,
giving him the
That's
middle
way you end
finger
it, bro.
whilst,
You
well,
know that? I love it.
It was for a minute.
wow, what a shot from the Wolverine.
Incredible.
And that's why he was a was a 2-weight division champion. Cathey is asleep. He's unconscious.
What a shot. What a shot by Wolverine.
He's snoring.
He's still out. Well, as you mentioned several times, this is the 8th fight for Cathey. He has either been knocked out or knocked somebody out.
He hit him so hard, he knocked his shoe off. Look at that.
That's crazy. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, the shot was
your ring.
absorbed all the way down to his ankles.
Here, put that in your pocket.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Here's another look.
I mean, I hate to say it. We always say, you know, it's kind of a one-and-done situation. He can give it, but can't take it. Wolverine's got ridiculous power. That might be one of the best shots that Wolverine's ever landed. With Cathey, I mean, he's still down right now. And there was no discussion, there was no thinking about it. He was down, he was out, like a light, whatever you want to say. Immediately unconscious. That's the power that the Wolverine has.
Just a beautiful, picturesque strike from Wolverine. And it was a one and doner for him.
Wow. You can see the intent on the face of the Wolverine. Both of these are really nice guys, but they ain't messing around when they throw these shots.
Just annihilated him. Dana was taping the whole thing. Wow, look at Bernard behind us.
So he's awake, he's sat up, that's the best thing. He'll be okay. Sadly, I've been there myself. You come round, you're very kind of confused. You're not sure what happened, where you are, but he'll make a full recovery. Right now, he's just kind of bewildered and just, you're confused. You're like, what happened, where am I, what's going on? And then, you know, after a few seconds, you start to figure it out.
Can't be a pleasant feeling. And now for the official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com and enter the code SLAP for 25% off your order. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by knockout and still power slap light heavyweight champion of the world, Wolverine!
He's pulling that neck now. Let's see if the king can't get the dropped.
Oh, I see what you did there, Dad.
Trying.
Don't give up your day job!
He is popped and dropped!
That's it. He's out.
It's
He's
over.
frozen. He doesn't know what day it is.
Riley Montoya walking around, giving the entire crowd the finger. What a moment for this young man.
Wow. Just goes to show, flinching is the worst foul ever. You got to take another shot straight away. Your defense has been diminished. The confidence wanes.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. There it is, right on the button.
Boom! Look at that, the way he went down, frozen completely. Moved a little bit as well. But I don't think they're going to call him for flinching. The man's unconscious. Riley Montoya, kind of unassuming. But he packs a big shot. That was beautiful. Whoa, he really hit his head as well, the way that he went down.
He still kind of had a little mini roll there, didn't he?
No, he did. He flinched ever so slightly, but
But to your point, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. He's unconscious.
Look at these guys.
These guys love it. So does he.
Now, you got to be happy for Riley Montoya, man. He's gone through a lot. Told us he's still trying to figure out exactly who he is and what his life means and what's going on. And maybe he found his calling as we send it to Justin Bernard to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by knockout, Riley Slap Shady Montoya.
Naimanbayev is going to make an adjustment here. Take a little bit out of the sting and focus on the technique.
2,
Mike!
Oh, my God! Zakir landed a monster.
That was a fair
4,
blow.
5.
Oh, he's done.
Take your time.
He's
6,
done. Don't do it. Lie
7,
down.
Nope.
Don't do
8,
it. He's going to fall back down
9.
if he tries to stand.
I don't think
That's
it's
it.
going
That's
on.
it.
Zakir Naimanbayev in his debut, dropping an absolute hammer on Nielsen.
I'm telling you, this guy could be a big star. He's got the whole nation of Kazakhstan behind him. Gigantic power, a big social media following. Does a lot of extreme videos, as I said. And when it comes to power slap, it's extreme. It is extreme.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
I mean, the first shot that he hits it with, that had to take the wind out of the sails of Nielsen. But this one here, that was the finishing blow. You see the welt on the side of the head from the first shot.
Oh, yeah.
That's just an example of the power that he has. And look at the physique on it. That was good for him as well. Didn't step, didn't rotate too much, didn't raise the heels particularly. All the way through. I mean, what a shot.
Perfect placement. Corrected the form just enough. And gets the first knockout of his power slap career. There's Dana's reaction.
Yeah.
Naimanbayev looked right at him and kind of shrugged. It was kind of that Michael Jordan moment, like, what do you think?
Chama.
Time for our official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now and enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Tione calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Zakir Iron Man Naimanbayev.
Making the entire nation of Kazakhstan proud, says he gets tons of support from his friends and family of Kazakhstan. He's saying you can't turtle up like you did last time.
Well, good luck catching that guy.
Shoulders down.
We got 3 catchers here.
400 and how many pounds?
He's right at 400.
I think it was 402.
Right on one. Here's your measure.
You're a stickler for the numbers.
Well,
apparently.
you know, I mean, like, shoot me down, I'll shoot you down with facts.
66 inches.
2 pounds. Look at this.
Look at the eyes.
Oh,
he got him!
2.
Wow.
3.
The Hitman strikes again.
He went
6.
down so
We're
quick.
done.
My goodness.
So quick.
He was uncatchable.
Good.
Yeah,
Good
he
feet.
was.
Fair blow. Fair blow.
He just collapsed.
Fair blow.
I mean, I don't want to say out like a lie because I'm using that too much, but it was like you turn off the power and he just dropped.
It was a Riyadh Rattler there. It is time for your Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
The Riyadh Rattler. I like that one, Dan. It was, though. I mean, what a shot. And then wait for it here. Wait for the drop. The power goes off.
Look at that. Just disappears. Curls up like a snail.
And stopped it. TKO. KO.
Good job, catchers. Come on, you had one job. They flew you all the way to Riyadh. All you had to do was catch the guy.
That was an impossible feat. Catchers, you had no chance.
Yeah, no, they did it, to be fair. Look, he went down really hard as well. Shoo.
As a big man going down.
The Hawaiian Hitman getting it done once again.
And keep in mind, his brother, the Crazy Hawaiian, is the super heavyweight champion. He could have to face his brother eventually if the Crazy Hawaiian takes down Dumpling later tonight. Time now for the official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now and enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Dane, the Hawaiian Hitman Viernes.